Hola!
Hello. Welcome to another episode of Collector Fusion. Or Fusion Collector. Or what?
This is the Geek.
It's Geek Express. It's either Collector Fusion or Geek Express. Yeah. Either one sounds good.
This is the
I think we went back and forth on the name for a week between those two.
Yeah, I was going.
We should reclaim the Cartoon Express and do another show.
There you go. See, it would work.
See, this is the handsome one. This is the brains, and I'm just the dummy, the fetus.
Why are you? Jared's a good-looking motherfucker. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I gave him a compliment. I said he's the brains. You're the handsome one. He's the brains. I'm the fetus.
First of all, okay.
I think he's calling you a ditz, Matt.
First of all, I'm pretty goddamn smart, motherfucker. Okay. I want you to watch some of the debates I've gotten into on my other channel into some real shit. Okay.
Well, okay. If you know about your guns and everything, I give you props.
Matt's just the good-looking face, man. He's just like,
God damn, just insulting. No matter which way you cut it, it was insulting. I mean, what the hell? And if you think I'm good looking now, dude, you should have seen me in my 20s. Holy hell. I shocked myself. Anyway.
Hello.
Are we talking about our crushes on Matt?
You got the AK in the house and Absolute Collecting? Absolute.
Did anybody fair warn him about our list?
Okay, first of all, let's not look. There's foreplay. Okay? We've got everybody knows.
He's ready to shoot his load right now.
He just foreplay. Look, we've got first of all, we've got judging JB tonight, and second, we've got to talk about the Hasbro live stream today, and then we get to
we need to say the live stream because it's pre-recorded. So
okay, so we got ways to go to get there. Do you know anything about foreplay?
Yes.
You sure? Call your wife in here. I want to see if that's true. Anyway, we got to build up to it. And before we do all that, we got to show off what we got this week. We always do that first. There are 4 steps to the process, JB. 4 steps, okay? Showing off the collection, judging JB, Hasbro live stream, then, of course, the top 10 worst Marvel Legends of 2024. So,
the question is, though,
everybody's slow.
Do you got the time?
Do I got the time?
Yeah, do you got the time?
I always have the time for foreplay. You can ask my wife for that.
All right.
Anyway. Hey, Sid, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
So anyway, yes. So let's start. What did everybody get this week? I know we all got something. I actually got several things. I actually got a bunch of stuff this week, but half of it ain't come in yet.
I ordered some soft goods off AliExpress and got those in.
Oh, nice.
Still, for a couple customs I want to work on. They had like I'm going to turn the Van Helsing that I got a while back from Monster Force.
Yeah.
I got a green soft goods jacket. He's an easy repaint the hair and put that jacket on. He's Firearm from Ultraverse.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you were working on him a while back.
I made his villain up there.
Well, weren't you? Or you were talking about that in a live stream or something? Because
I was talking about that. That's the main reason I bought the figures to turn it into Firearm.
Yeah.
He's an easy Firearm custom. Just basically repaint the hair, put a jacket on him, take his military gear off.
Yeah. All right. And that's all you got this week?
Pretty much. And I did finish up Skeletor,
which looks awesome. Which I can't help but see on like 25 different pages on Facebook this week.
This is what Masterverse should be.
Kind of makes you wish Hasbro would get the Masterverse license.
Even though it's owned by Mattel, so it would never happen. But
yeah, so it would never happen.
But yeah, this I don't know why Mattel's making such weird scale figures. Make them in scale with other like 6-inch lines, and people would buy the living shit.
Honestly, I think it was just because of the wrestling line. I think that's why. I think because the wrestling line. What is it? The what's their big 7-inch scale one? Ultimate.
WWE.
Anyway, and I think they were like, well, let's just transition that now that they, because what, 3 years ago now, 4 years ago, whenever it was, they started Masterverse up.
I would have preferred it if they used the WWE bodies, because those Masterverse bodies suck.
Yeah. Although they've been getting better.
They still, even the improvement ones are still bad.
Yeah.
The WWE stuff is much better.
This is their most muscular body rating.
If they, this is the Todd's. This goes to Todd too. This is the scale that most collectors want, the 6.5-inch scale, or 1/11 scale, whatever you want to call it. This is what people want, not true 1/12 scale, not 7-inch scale, not 7.5 scale, or whatever the fuck Todd makes. What he makes it whatever scale he wants.
Whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes.
There is no standardization among Todd McFarlane
It's like
products.
look at just the shape of this is a Masterverse Skeletor. Look how awful the biceps are. They cut out half the bicep to allow room for the articulation because they don't know how to do it properly. This bicep is bigger and has better range of movement than this one, and it looks more natural. All they have to do is learn how to do the articulation properly. They did it so you can do this. You don't have to cut out that much of the bicep for it to do that. Look, here's the Hyperion. Same arms as Hercules. Arm bends up farther than the Skeletor arm, the Masterverse arm. It's like, get some better designers. I'm sorry.
All right.
But, yeah, if they, this is what I think a lot of people are wondering about Mondo, because they got this license, the 2000X license, and they're going to make 1/12 scale figures. Are they going to be? What they're calling 1/12 scale? Because so many companies say they make 1/12 scale figures, and their scales are all over the place. So I'm curious to see how big they are and what their price point's going to be. I figure they're going to probably be like at least minimum $75 a figure.
Yeah.
It's
How much would you want to do me a Skeletor like that, Jared? $100?
No. That's probably like $250.
Oh,
$250, $300.
Oh,
$250, $300.
okay.
That's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I meant to say painted head, not a full figure, but painted head sculpt. This was one that. And I have another question. I got this third party HP.
Actually, probably not going to touch redoing this exactly like this, because that hood is irreplaceable. Because I got that probably 10 years ago from Corey from Castle Cave. It's been sitting in my fodder bin forever.
Okay.
So some of the parts are just not able to resource. The guy I got the file from to print the head from, he actually has a hooded head, so that would probably be the head I would go with.
JB, how about you work on your own Skeletor?
Yeah.
That's something you should have. You should start a project working on Skeletor, and you can start off like, I don't know, find yourself one of the 1/12 scale Vitruvian hacks head sculpts, skeleton head sculpts, and kind of go from there.
This is a raw permanent third party head painted, but
I just binge watched all those movies the last couple days.
The problem is the paint rubs off. What do I need to use to keep the paint from Jared?
You got to seal it.
Yeah, seal it. You need to finish.
Fill it with automotive Duplicolor top coat.
Okay.
Then after that let it harden for a day or two. Then hit it with a Mr. Hobby matte.
You might have to send that to me. I might forget, because y'all know how I'm forgetful of stuff all the time.
And Super Life has popped his DCUC cherry.
Yep.
What? There you go.
Yeah,
Is that the one we were looking at last week?
it was.
Nice.
I've been debating about getting this. I only have one of those, and I want a second one to put on the Superman shelf over here. So, because I got the one I have set up in a Reign of Superman display, I kind of want another one just so I can just have it with all my different variants of Superman. Because I love the Kryptonian regeneration suit.
I think I have 7 black and silver Superman. So
When he came back in that suit, it's like, just put a red cape on him. Let him wear that for a while. But they put him immediately back in his classic suit. But they did go with a darker blue, from the baby blue to the darker blue for a long time.
I've got Mattel DC figures hopefully to be in by next week. So I got a few of them, maybe, hopefully. Ooh.
But, yeah, the regeneration suit's always like it. The only thing I wish Mattel would have done back in the day, they would have done raised emblems for their chest.
Like McFarlane does?
Well, other people did before McFarlane.
That was just the first one that came to my mind. That's all.
McFarlane does it too much.
They did it for like when they did the DC Unlimited line for a while. They, like the New 52 stuff, all the New 52 figures had the raised emblems. The Flash, Superman, Batman, all those had the raised emblems. And they look so good that way, but they're not the classic costumes. Would love to see them like done that with the older DC UC stuff, but they wanted to use generic bodies. But they could have done like glued on emblems.
Don't we all
not have to worry about the recessed or reuse? Because the Superman buck, if the chest is modeled in that shape. Oh, Darth's in the house. Party on, Darth.
I really wish Hasbro would do that with their stuff. I know they do the raised webbing with Spider-Man, don't paint it.
Reels from the day, majority of them have sculpted on costume details, which was very impressive.
Yep. I'm probably not gonna buy the whole retro wave though. I don't know, most of them just don't really interest me. I've got 3 picks.
Oh, you changed your name back. You didn't like your premature toylation?
Yeah, I walked right into that one.
Did you get anything else there, Sith?
He's disappeared.
He's gone into the ether.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about you, JB? Did you get anything this week?
I did. I got 2 pickups from Ollie's. I got these 2. The Commander Rogers and the...
That's Karen Rogers. He's got a Karen haircut.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Nor the price tag. I was trying to take it off, but it didn't come off all the way when I got home with them. So, but I got these.
What are you trying to hide?
Nothing. I was just wanting to take them off, but it didn't come off right. But
yeah.
then I got this from my local mall.
I need to hit up the local Ollie's. A buddy of mine, he stopped there yesterday and said they were doing a 50% off sale at the Ollie's there on all action figures.
So, cause you might get into this more than I did. I almost bought them just because of what franchise they were with, but I know you're into like some of the Jazzwares die-cast cars and stuff. They had a full line at mine anyway of the die-cast cars, all from the Robotech line. So they had Roy Fokker, they had Rick Hunter, they had Mira, and they had Max.
I saw those at the local one right here.
I don't collect cars at all, but I was tempted to buy them all because I love Robotech.
When I saw those, I was like, I wonder if Matt would want those.
I saw it because I went there the other day, and I was like, oh, because I love Robotech, and there's not enough Robotech stuff out there, but I just don't collect cars at all. So,
and I got from my local Walmart we were talking about this just a little bit, the WWE Ultimate Edition Triple H. Got 3 sets of alternate hands, water bottle, 3 heads, and soft goods. Got that one. And then I did pick up some McFarlane's. I got one from GameStop and one from my local Walmart as well. I picked this up from GameStop. I got the digital Platinum Edition Flash figure. So I got that picked up. Flash. And then finally I picked up this, which I'll have a video hopefully Wednesday of this one. The gold label Action Cons 1000 Superman.
Have you fixed your Superman, your digital bullshit fucking task force Superman yet?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna get an extra one Saturday. But I did open the other one.
Wait, so you're gonna keep one looking like shit?
Well, to go with the rest of the way, the other one I'm gonna customize.
You got a question, Geek Fusion? Did you get any of the Monster Force stuff?
I haven't picked any Monster Force stuff up yet. No, I haven't. Not yet.
I picked up two. I haven't opened them up yet. Like we was talking earlier, I'm going to bought one strictly to turn into an Ultraverse character. Basically, all I have to do is repaint the hair and put a jacket on them.
That's all I got for this. That's all I got for this week for me. I don't really got anything else coming, not until next week.
Yeah, I ordered a bunch of stuff this week, but nothing ain't come in yet. But as far as what I got, as you guys know, I've been on a 1/18 scale kick, so I picked up a bunch of stuff this week. So we've got Grenadier Destro.
Nice.
I picked up, I think this is 25th anniversary. I picked up an old school Sergeant Rock, which I wish they would redo in classifieds.
Oh, that would be a perfect character to do.
Dude, because I mean, basically, he's Captain America in the G.I. Joe universe. For those that don't know who Sergeant Rock is,
he was basically the replacement for Slaughter when his contract ran out.
Right. And so the idea behind him is he was a World War II soldier that got frozen, and the Joes found him and unfroze him in the 90s. And I mean, he doesn't have any powers or anything, but
Captain America storyline.
Yeah, he's basically G.I. Joe's version of Captain America. And I got the original Sergeant Rock. They came out with a couple of variants of him. There's him, like this is him when they first got him. He's got bandages and shit all over him. And then there was another version where he's in a better, a cleaner uniform and stuff. So anyway, there's a few different versions of that out there. But it was I like the Sergeant Rock line from the 90s.
Bucks Kansas, he's got some of the Monster Force. He got 3 and some of the Zombie Warriors on pre-order.
Oh, nice. I got Black Chrysanthemum. I know that's not his name, but that's what I always call him.
Oh, I did order stuff. I ordered for custom fodder off that site I sent you. Kids Warehouse. I ordered 3 sets of these for $20 a piece.
I got one I've been wanting to pick up for a long time, but he's just been too pricey to pick up. And finally, I found somebody that had him for a good deal. And that is the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary Matt Tracker.
Nice.
And they finally brought somebody from Mask into G.I. Joe. And I've been wanting to pick him up for a while.
It just makes so much sense.
I wish they would just bring them all in, man. Whether it's classified scale or whatever.
Which is weird that they're licensed, instead of them doing it with the classified line, they're licensing out cops to Fresh Monkey Fictions doing Monster Force, which I'm glad somebody's making them, but it don't make sense to license them out when it could just be incorporated into the classified line.
It really doesn't make any goddamn sense. Let's see.
Fresh Monkey makes great figures, so they'll be good pieces.
But I mean, the thing is, like, if Hasbro did it, we would all be able to get a hold of them cheaper.
That's true. Of course, they may still do it because it looks like Fresh Monkey Fiction's doing figures based off the toys. Because the toy designs were a lot different from the cartoon designs.
Yeah. That's kind of like what, who was it? Nacelle did with the insectoids or...
Well, it's
Sectars. Sectars is what I'm thinking of. Sectars.
Well, it's similar to with NECA and Super 7. Super 7 is doing the Ninja Turtles as redos of the toy line, as NECA is doing the cartoon Turtles.
Yeah. Also picked this dude up.
Nice, a 3 3/4 width. He used to go for crazy money for a while.
I know, but because the new one came out, his prices dropped on this. I picked him up for $20, which is why I got it. This dude used to go for like fucking 60 and up.
I was going to say probably 100 up.
I know. It was insane. And spoiler alert, I did a video on this, but he's better than the big one. Like he's more comic accurate. He's all painted. Every inch of him is painted. That's silver paint. His weapons are painted. Everything is painted, not just like plastic.
Yeah.
And he's got better sculpting than the big one.
Yeah, the big one's nice. I got it right here behind me.
The big one's beautiful. I love the big. I got him right there. He's one of my favorite Marvel Legends of all time.
The only issue with the big one, it makes the Death's Head 2 they did before look like crap in comparison.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just using a Colossus body, and this has got a lot of new tooling.
Yeah.
It uses some Colossus parts, but...
Well, it uses the Colossus wrist bracers and stuff.
The arms and wrist bracers. But
Which
is
one thing, why, like on this one, that's like what he's supposed to look like. It's what his bracers are supposed to look like on the 1/18 scale one. And then again, this isn't any of that silver swirly plastic. They just painted the whole damn thing.
If this was painted, it'd be gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. But they're both great figures. I love them both. But it looks like they put more work into the 1/18 scale one than they did into the 1/12 scale one. But anyway, I also worked on this weekend. I was going to show you guys this. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Have we all in here watched Rebels? Star Wars Rebels? Yeah. So remember Hera stole that R-22 that they modified to become the A-Wing? So they only ever made one toy of this. And they made it in conjunction with Nerf, and it had a huge-ass Nerf gun sticking off the bottom of it. But it is actually a 1/18 scale ship. They just put a big goddamn Nerf gun hanging off the bottom of it. It looked stupid. So I had customized this to where there's no Nerf gun hanging off the bottom of it. So it actually looks like a normal R-22. So I finished that this week. I got to do some painting on it, but I finished that up. All right. I got more. I got 1/12 scale stuff. Dude, I wasn't even going to pick this thing up when I saw this. When I saw the announcement for this, and then I saw it in the store at Target this week, and I was like, holy shit, that looks really good. Because this is the kind of action figure that throughout my entire life I never gave a crap about. Because any of the toys that had to do with like water stuff, like I didn't care about, because I even as a kid I didn't play with my toys in water. You know what I mean? So I never really liked vehicles that were like boats or characters that were supposed to be swimmers or whatever.
I remember being a kid on that too. Like when we were vacationing out west one time, I've always liked Transformers, and I cringed even as a kid. I see this dumbass kid playing with Scourge Transformer, the sweep, in the pool. Yeah, at the hotel where we're at. It's like, it's not a fucking boat; it's an airplane. Yeah, and you're gonna make it rust.
But I saw this dude at Target, and he just looked so good in person. Even though I had no interest in getting him before, but it's the eel. In person, it looks so freaking sweet.
Yes.
So
I got a couple of those. I got a few of those Fortnite boats.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually like redeco, put some Cobra logos on and stuff, and I put eels and stuff on it.
The figure looks sweet. And then I think you've already got this one, Jared, but it's the Iron Grenadier's bat.
Oh yeah, I got it right here on my.
Picked him up because, come on, man, that black and gold with the red accents is just gorgeous.
They finally did the translucent chest pieces.
Yeah, so, the Iron Grenadiers is like, and I know we've talked about this before, but it's like the one G.I. Joe offshoot that, like, the costumes and the deco and everything for those versions of the characters look better than the original versions of the characters.
Oh, like, and this is by far one of the best molds in the classified line.
Oh yeah.
The only thing limiting about it is it's got the ball peg up top of the neck. Especially on the Grenadiers, it's real short.
Yeah.
There's no range in the top ball joint. All your movements in the neck, but at least the neck moves really well. But that top ball joint does not move. And
Yeah,
apparently, too, I haven't tried it. Somebody said the ball pegs are smaller on these, and these heads won't fit on the other bats.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like, I always hated the Tiger Force colors, and I never liked the Slaughter's Marauders colors. I always thought the original versions of those characters looked better than when they would redo them and redeco them in a new outfit.
It's the solidarity of the military uniform of Cobra, which makes them such good bad guys.
Yeah. And that's why like the Iron Grenadier Destro is like the best Destro.
Yeah.
He's the best looking Destro.
Come on, Hasbro, heard that announcement?
Yeah, no shit, right? Grenadier. We've gotten what, 3 Iron Grenadier characters so far,
and they've only done Destros. They've only done one body for Destro. Give us a new body for Destro.
Yeah.
They used the same
what was
body
it? The Prophet Collector.
Well, it's Pit Daddy, but they called him Prophet Director.
Prophet Director. There you go. Yeah, which is fine, but honestly, I like the regular Destro better. But I would love, like what I just got with this dude here. Just do this in 1/12 scale. You know, It's a great freaking figure. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. But the Iron Grenadiers, they always looked. They were like the coolest offshoot of everything G.I. Joe did, where they would just redeco a character. It was the one I actually liked. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's what I've got for today. We do need. You need to play the intro there, though.
For a thing we got to do?
For the judging of something.
Judging JB!
There we go. I'm going to judge JB a little bit here. Where is JB to be judged?
I'm right here.
He's not even going to pay attention?
Does he ever?
So unprofessional.
Does he ever pay attention?
So unprofessional. Anyway, all right, so this is JB's top 5 Marvel Legends of 2024. Now's a good time to go ahead and do this. By the way, this is why we're doing top 10 worst of the year, because we're not getting any more releases before the end of the year. I think there's probably a couple that are slated for the beginning of 2025 that you'll probably see pop up in stores around Christmas, because that happens every year. But officially, the release schedule for Marvel Legends is over for the year. So if you want to start, anybody out there wants to start getting in their top 5, top 10 of this and that and whatever else, you probably can. Because I don't think we're getting anything else like from Hasbro in general. So G.I. Joe Classifieds, Marvel Legends. I don't think we're getting any new stuff for the rest of this year. As far as like,
we haven't gone over the reveal stuff yet either.
We haven't gone over. That's next, but we got to judge JB first.
Well, we're going to +2. Let's remember what's on his list and see if it matches up on our worst.
I already took a look. I snuck and took a look, and one of his figures in his top 5 is on my top 10 worst. Just one though, just one. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna take a look at this. We don't need any volume on here. We're just gonna go ahead. All right, number 5.
Oh wait, play the sound.
God damn it! No, I'm not going to.
It's an Easter egg for you.
We've already started. This is number 5. I know you're doing a quick 1-minute video. This steaming pile of shit is your number 5? I'm just telling you right now, this is on my top 10 worst figures of the year. This is the most plasticky piece of shit looking Iron Man I've ever fucking seen in my life. The only one that's worse than this is the Iron Man Mark 9 that came out in the same fucking wave that somehow looks even more plasticky and shitty than this one does.
I put this one here because at least it's a complete new skull. The only issue I hate with it is that you cannot move his repulsor hand all the way back.
I don't know. It looks like a cheap kid's toy because it just looks like straight plastic, because Hasbro doesn't know how to paint anything to make it actually look like metal when it's a completely armored character. Like, come on. I don't care. I am getting real tired of Hasbro making characters that are supposed to be made out of metal and either given a shitty swirly plastic or like some kind of crap fucking like, oh, it's a slightly different color.
Superior Iron Man, they released it in white. He's
in white, he's supposed to be silver.
At least
he is chrome finish in the comic.
Yes.
White represents in most of the time in a comic book or in a cartoon when something's white, especially if it's a robot or armor.
And especially if you read
silver.
even one comic book from that run, okay, even one, flip to any page in that book and you will see he was always drawn with a silver hue.
Yep.
Every time.
They would draw it like he's flying over the city and stuff like that. They would show reflections of the city in his suit because it's a mirror finish.
I'm just getting real. It feels like, look, in the last, I don't know, 3 years, we've gotten a lot of cool Iron Man figures. However, they have now burnt me out of buying Iron Man figures because every one they release looks like crappy plastic.
If they paint them, they'd be wonderful.
Yes, because this is a great sculpt. But that figure, it looks like it should be a $5 kid's toy because it just looks like straight, just cheap plastic.
Well, that's
and so I haven't bought Iron Man figures in a while because
the Silver Centurion.
Oh yeah,
and they've released Silver Centurion twice. The first time was the Walgreens exclusive. Instead of being the hot rod candy red he's supposed to be, he was pink.
Yep.
Then when they did the West Coast Avengers box set, Silver Centurion, emphasis on Silver Centurion, they made them pink and white. There is no silver on the Silver Centurion in the West Coast Avengers set.
So this was the first Silver Centurion we got. And you notice how his legs actually shine?
Because they're painted.
Because they're painted. His arms and his legs and his face are actually painted.
Yep.
All the ones that they released since the first one look like dog shit.
You got that beautiful silver paint. Then they left the body that swirly pinkish red.
Yeah, on that 5-pack? Yeah.
No, on that one up there, it's got a pinkish hue to it.
No. I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time buying any armored figures from Hasbro lately because of the fact that they just don't paint things. It's like it's supposed to be metal. Period. End of story. Figure something out. Mattel's doing it with their Masterverse line. They're somehow managing to make shit look more metal. I don't know if it's the type of plastic they're using because I don't think they paint any better or any more than Hasbro does, but they do a better job of making, like when you've got some of these armored He-Man characters with shoulder pads and stuff, it looks more like armor, not cheap plastic.
Well, this armored Skeletor, all the metal, like the bands and stuff, that's metallic paint. This is metallic paint. The metal straps and stuff, that's all metallic paint. The only thing they didn't paint, which it hurts it, is the scale mail, the chain mail, which I did a wash and a quick little dry brush on and made it look great on the helmet. I need to do it on the kilt piece, the skirt piece, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, all the pieces that they painted looks great. And this has got a lot more paint on it.
All right, let's go to JB's number 4. He's got Taskmaster. Now, I think this is a great figure. The only thing I don't like about it is that he is shorter than the original, which is crazy because the original was a Bucky Cat body, which was not a tall buck. Now, I've seen some people do some modifications with the boots to make him taller and stuff and whatever. I do think it's a great figure. I do think it's a great figure.
The figure's a Bucky Cap. How did they make it shorter?
I don't know.
A Vulcan body. I mean, how did they make Vulcan shorter than Bucky Cap?
I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense, but somehow it is. So, but in general, it's a really good figure. It's just the height, whatever they did, which I think is all in the boots. With the height, they made it shorter. But the buck looks great. I love the new head sculpt. It's a good looking figure. I don't know if he'd be in my top 5, but this is definitely a good one. This is a good pick, JB. You did good. All right, number 3, you've got the new Nick Fury from was it the 3-pack, right?
Yes.
I like the figure. I don't think there's anything spectacular about it other than we finally got a Nick Fury in this buck for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah.
Which we needed, because I've still got the old one on my shelf.
When I pulled this out on stream and showed you guys, I said Glenn Webb would be proud to see an updated Nick Fury, and especially how far Marvel Legends has come before he passed.
Yeah.
So
this was definitely one we needed. Again, there's nothing really spectacular about it. It's just a solid figure.
What I use for my Nick Fury on my shelf, I got the Stealth Suit Gamerverse cap, and I did a repaint of the Bucky cap Nick Fury head, and touched it up and made it look a lot better, and put it on that suit, and it looks fantastic on that Stealth cap suit. Then I took another one of those Stealth cap suits and just put like a regular head on it for the Shield Agent head, like the armored head, and it just basically be Cap's bodyguard. I mean, like a bodyguard.
You're right at the end, Matt. Just push play. You're right at the end of number 2.
No, I've got it. It's fine. Because we're going to talk about it longer than your 1-minute video is. All right. Number 2, you got She-Hulk. I absolutely agree. This is already on my top 10 because I've already got my top 10 laid out. This is on my top 10. It's not at number 2 or number 1, but this is in my top 10. It's a great figure.
Yep.
Classic John Byrne look for the character, which is what we've needed for a really, really long time. We haven't had since, was it the Toy Biz days? When did the last time we get this figure? Was it early Hasbro or was it late Toy Biz? I can't even remember.
The last She-Hulk we had.
The last She-Hulk we got was the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure wave, which had her in a wide...
No. The last one was the recolor of that one.
The red Hulk, the She-Hulk in red, yes.
No. Green. She's sitting right here on my shelf.
I am talking about the green one. Or that was, yeah.
You just said red. This was the last one we got.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the last time we got a John Byrne era.
Right.
Like classic era.
When Hasbro first took over Marvel Legends, she was in the first wave.
Okay.
She used some of the same parts as Ann O'Brien from the Legendary Comic Book Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
They shared some of the same parts, except had different torsos.
And that's the one they turned into Red She-Hulk, right?
No.
Which one was that one then? I don't even remember.
Red She-Hulk was the you had actually Red She-Hulk came first. You had Red She-Hulk and Thundra. They didn't release Lyra. She was supposed to be in a run change with Thundra. So we didn't get a She-Hulk on that body until they did the A-Force 5-pack.
Okay.
So we kind of got a John Byrne with the A-Force 5-pack. That was a Target exclusive. It was like one of the last things they got before they went out of business. Which I came close to getting another one of those sets, but the Target going out, well, not Target, the Toys R Us went out of business, but the box was crushed and they didn't have much of a discount on it for some reason, and them going out of business. Like it, I don't want it. But it's got the ugly, that old She-Hulk mold too, when it has those like T-Rex arms. The arms are too short and wide jointed hips. This was a welcome figure.
Very, very much needed.
I want to see this in her classic costume. I want to see her in her Fantastic Four costume. I want to see this as Red She-Hulk. I want to see this as Lyra. But yeah, this is a great mold.
All right, now we're on to number 1 here.
You did good, JB. That's a good selection.
It's a good choice. Good choice. Number 1, Death's Head. I already know he's going to be in my top 10. I don't know where I'm going to put him in my top 10 because it's a phenomenal figure. And I mean, dude, I blew my load on this back during the summer when I got him in. I told you all, he's going to be on my top 10. But it is a great figure. It's an absolutely fantastic figure. It's a character that has been needed in this scale for 20 years since Marvel Legends has been a thing. And it's just, I mean, the only thing I can say about it that I don't like, honestly, is only because I got the 1/12 scale figure and it made me wish they would actually paint this dude a little bit more. Yeah. But the figure itself is fantastic. Like I got no complaints, man. Even though I know they reused Colossus' arms, I don't care.
Like a bit of Colossus,
yeah,
it would be over the top.
Yeah,
the Colossus from the Juggernaut 2-pack, all that's painted.
Yeah.
And if they did that with this, it'd have been phenomenal.
Which I
Well,
wish
this
they
did
would
it
have. It was a
too.
deluxe after all. They could have
Yeah.
painted it.
It was in the budget. They should have painted it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I agree with 4 out of 5 of your choices.
Yeah.
And I will say there is at
Prototype
least 2
Deluxe.
of these figures, She-Hulk and Death's Head, that will be in my top 10.
Okay.
So, the only one I disagree with severely is this piece of shit.
Yeah, I have that one, and I regret it.
Apparently, it's starting to show up at Ross's now too.
Oh yeah, I did. I was staring at this one and the Mark 9 the other day at Ross, and even at $12, I was like, nope.
Are you going to give it a thumbs up?
I'm not signed into my account, so it won't do anything because I'm on a different
Oh,
browser.
okay.
I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this over into my other browser where I am signed into YouTube. I'm gonna let it play and give you another watch and a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna go over to my other browser where I'm signed into my other YouTube account and give you another thumbs up and let it play and get you another watch. How about that?
All right. I don't know why I put the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt on the armor, and I just think it looks cool because it's a unique design.
Yeah.
I'd like to repaint. I mean, you're right. It does look like a child's toy. Then again, this is at the toy section where kids buy stuff. But
I would say one thing that would probably make this look better, and now that I'm thinking about it, I might buy this thing at Ross just because it's cheap as shit, and try this, which is I might pick this up, use my Gundam marker to go over all the details, and then hit him with some matte finish.
oh, if you do all that, it's going to look phenomenal.
I might do that. I might do that and see how he comes out, because I bet he's going to look 100 times better if I do just those 2 things.
This one person actually did that to their copy and did all that, modified it, and it just made it 10 times better.
Because yeah, a Gundam marker to hit up all these little detailed lines and things like that on the arms and legs, and maybe hit some of the details in the chest, and then come back and hit it with a matte finish so that it doesn't look all plasticky, might improve this figure immensely.
That's hilarious looking.
See,
I think his back might be broken.
yeah,
I think he hurt himself.
Selva, I agree. I love
Hawkeye done fucked him up.
I love the Extremis armor more than I do this one. It personal choice. I like the Extremis, but remember, the Extremis did not come out this year. This one did. So it was either that or Superior, and I was not going to put Superior on the list. So,
All right. So it's time for our next topic here, and that is, of course, all the new stuff coming out that was talked about on Hasbro Pulse. Okay, real quick, right off the bat. So we know they announced 2 waves today. Real quick, I want everybody to tell me which wave were they more excited about, the Spider-Man or the X-Men wave?
Spider-Man.
I haven't seen the list yet, so I'm gonna say
I was definitely.
I'm gonna
more
say I
excited
need
about-
more X-Men.
I was more excited about the Spider-Man wave.
Yeah, because we're getting 90s Kane, and he looks fantastic.
And we're getting the animated series Chameleon. So,
Yep, and we're getting the Spider-Man Unlimited,
which
and a brand new, all new sculpted mold, especially for Flash Thompson, Agent Venom.
that's the one I'm most excited for is Agent Venom and Kane.
You piqued my interest at Unlimited Spider-Man Unlimited. So
We're gonna get to it. We got pictures. Don't
It's
worry. We got
all
pictures.
sculpted too. The details on the costume, it's not painted. It's
Well, let's go through them here. So we got this new Electro, which I have no idea who this character is. I've not read about female Electro in the comics.
The only thing that got me, I will pass on this for the most part, but if she goes on sale, I want those electrical effects for my custom electrocute from the Ultraverse.
I mean, it's a good, decent looking figure. I just have no connection to this character at all. And
I
it's
don't give a
pinless,
crap
but
about-
it's got the old school female arms.
Alpha said I've never seen her either, but she's cute.
Don't you have the old arms?
I thought so, because I was watching somebody else while they were doing this, and I thought they were the old school arms.
Yeah,
I can't see the pictures.
I can't tell.
I could see it.
Yeah, I can't tell.
But anyway,
arm. No, that's horrible.
It looks like a decent figure. I just have no connection to this. This is the other one that I have no connection to is Spider Boy.
No,
Spider Boy.
I know they did some kind of retcon where like Spider Boy was always Spider-Man's sidekick, but because of all that Spider-Verse stuff back in the late 90s, early 2000s, whatever, they made him disappear and everybody forgot about him, and now they've brought him back so that everybody remembers him now. So they did some kind of retcon.
Female Electro got the new arms. She's got bicep swivels.
She doesn't. Okay. So I have no connection to this character whatsoever. I mean, it's a decent looking design, but the first thing I notice about it is for a Spider-Man buck, like this is just built like a regular Spider-Man. They're like a regular Marvel Legends.
I don't know anything about this character, but his mouth's open. Why is it blue?
Well, apparently he's some kind of freaking actual spider-human hybrid, from what I understand. I don't know if that means anything to why he can open his mouth. I don't know.
Now, one of the things is he cannot shoot webs.
Then why has he got whip hands?
They gave him whip hands, but he doesn't shoot webs.
Then why has he got whip hands?
Don't ask me. Ask Asper. But I looked him up afterwards, and he cannot shoot webs at all.
At least not out of his wrist.
If he's a real,
anyone who's seen The Boys,
he shoots him out of a spinneret out of his ass.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I mean, it's a cool looking design for a Spider-Man type costume. I don't know if I'll pick him up. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. He just doesn't. He has no Spider-Man articulation. That's my biggest issue with it.
Well,
I'll pick him up when he goes on clearance.
They just said this is supposed to be the new teen body they're going to be using. So
well, look for anybody. Excuse me. For anybody other than Spider-Man, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Get that frog out.
I know, no shit. Anyway, for anybody other than Spider-Man or a Spider-Man-esque character, this is fine. But for somebody that you want to put in all those crazy poses, if you do, you kind of want a little bit better. Like, you want the reverse ab crunch with that torso joint, maybe, different, like, I don't know. But I mean, it's still a cool looking figure, so I will probably end up picking this one up.
Every Spider-Man figure they revealed this week that holds today, it's got older style articulation. It don't have the newer articulation.
All right, then we get to this is the one I'm most excited about. I loved Spider-Man Unlimited back in the day. I thought it was a great show. I loved the overall like storyline and everything. And I know it was like there's all this debate about whether or not it really was a continuation of the original series. I don't think it was. It was just a new series. That's how I took it at the time. That's how I look at it today. And I've been wanting this figure. They did release this figure once back in the Toy Biz days in Spider-Man Classics. They did not, however, call him Spider-Man Unlimited. It was this exact same design, but they called him Spinning Trap Spider-Man. So this figure did get made before, back in Spider-Man Classics. But again, it wasn't billed as Spider-Man Unlimited. And the way they've got the actual detailing, not just painted on like you were talking about, Jared, but actually like molded in detail for the costume on this thing.
It makes these one-off figures. They can't really use them for other purposes.
Yeah, but it looks fantastic, dude. Like, it looks so great. This was by far the one I was the most excited about because I know we've talked about getting a Spider-Man Unlimited figure before.
Yeah, it's basically playing out of Dr. Moreau.
Well, someone made this theory that if you think about, we got the older Spider-Man Amazing Friends figure, right? We got Amazing Fantasy 15. We've just got the Secret Wars Black costume.
Mm-hmm.
Where we got the animated series, and now we're getting this. A few people predicted that they're going through all the Spider-Man comics and shows and giving us to them throughout the years. And
here's a question: We're getting Spider-Man Unlimited. What do you think? What would you want their version of Highly Evolutionary? That crazy outfit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I would take a whole line of figures from this show.
The way they handled like Venom and Carnage in that series too was wild too.
They were awesome.
On that planet, they didn't need host.
I'm saying, like, if they're doing Spider-Man Limited now, this could be a good chance we might get to see not only the 2003 Spider-Man cartoon with Neil Patrick Harris as Peter, but we'll also could see them make Spectacular Spider-Man. And I hope they do. Spectacular Spider-Man especially, because that would sell if they do.
Ooh, Spider-Man Unlimited Green Goblin?
Yeah.
Dude, all the versions of the different characters they did on that show, Vulture, Green Goblin, Venom, Carnage, like, were such cool. I would love to see all of them in action figures. I would take a whole wave where you get like the High Evolutionary as like the Build-A-Figure. You know what I mean? Like, it would be awesome.
The only thing everybody's complaining about is he does not have the shading on him. I am telling you.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was just an art style. He wasn't really black, and I don't want them doing shading.
Right. I am telling you, they are going to reissue this in the future, whether it's next year or not. They're going to reissue this with all the black shading on it.
Well, I can tell you exactly what they're going to do. There's going to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, like these 2-packs where they do the cell shading 2-packs.
Yeah,
they'll do a new figure with this one in the cell shading.
Yes, they will. They'll definitely reissue this with the shading.
I agree with you there.
Yeah, that's what, when people were on social media commenting saying it should have shading, I said, everybody, calm down. They're going to reissue this with the shading. Don't worry. So
they'll do it with the black face.
So if you want one with shading,
body black with blue highlights.
Yeah, so I said, if y'all want one with shading, just wait it out. Don't buy this one.
They got all new tooling on this. They got to do the cell shading will be one where they can get some more money out of reusing this mold.
Yeah, so we're all agreeing this is a must buy from all of us here.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
Okay.
And like I said, I mean, I want people to buy the shit out of this and demand more, because if we can get a whole wave with Carnage and Venom and Vulture and Green Goblin and High Evolutionary, and throw in some of the Bestials, and like just, dude, this would be awesome, because those are such cool looking character designs. You know what I mean? They looked fantastic. I loved that show, and just the way it was set up.
This retro card back wave, even though it's only Spider-Man, opens possibilities for us to have as many different incarnations of Spider-Man characters we want all the time, without having them in a main line. And people are saying they're sick and tired of Spider-Man, but they don't realize we get more than just different versions of Spider-Man. It's in his name, he's the title, but we get different versions of characters like Green Goblin, Mary Jane, and so on. I hope they do the unlimited version of Green Goblin. He was one of my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we got to get more of this. That thing just looks awesome. I love this one. Let's see. Kane, I know this is probably the other big one everybody's been wanting for a long time. We haven't gotten Kane since, what was it?
I hope they get his scale right, because he should be quite a bit bigger than Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, he looks pretty big in this bubble. If all these bubbles are the same size, like if you go back and look at this one, he looks considerably bigger and beefier. But we haven't gotten a Kane, I believe, since Toy Biz in the 90s, like the Spider Wars series or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten Kane after they stabilized his mutation, the red and black.
Well, yeah, we got that. Yeah,
we got that,
but not the one everybody wants.
Yeah. Not this
the one that's got like the stingers in his wrist.
Yeah,
which
I've got him, but yeah,
this is the King, and he's wearing the suit that Reed Richards gave Peter.
Mm-hmm.
But they killed King off a year or two ago in a storyline.
But this thing just looks phenomenal. This is the one I'm second most excited about.
And that's all sculpted.
Yep. Just like on the Spider-Man 20 or the Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah.
All new sculpted details.
And these go up for pre-order in 6 days, so we won't have to wait long. And also, they are available everywhere: Amazon, GameStop, Big Bad. So
no exclusives.
No. So
this one, I'm really excited for it. I liked Agent Venom. I liked Agent Venom than regular Venom. I like him more.
Well, because he was a redeeming character. He was redeeming. Not only was Venom being redeemed, but so was Flash Thompson.
Yep.
And it was a great character arc. And the only thing I can say is he doesn't look big enough for Flash Thompson.
I think he looks fine. It's just the way they have him posed and how far he is away from the camera. Because I've seen up close shots of him from other people, and I mean, he looks big.
Well, it's hard to judge when they don't have him listed.
Yeah.
Figures.
Yes,
but Hasbro has been bad about scale lately.
Yeah, and everybody's main complaint with him is, oh, he doesn't come with the tendrils like the first release.
They don't need the tendrils.
I know they don't, but because we get a new Flash Thompson head, we get way better articulation and all that. I missed out the first Agent Venom, so this is a chance for me to get him.
And by the way, this is going to get repainted into Anti-Venom or Agent Anti-Venom.
Well,
so
there's two opportunities to repaint this: Thunderbolts with the red.
Yep.
And Anti-Venom, Agent Anti-Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Was good head sculpt too.
Yep. The original Agent Venom is on that terrible old Shield Agent body.
Yeah. I dig it.
You don't even have wrist articulation. They just swivel at the forearm. Yeah, this is a great update.
Yep.
So
we're getting a animated Chameleon, which I know everybody's been wanting since the first time they dropped a animated series Spider-Man figure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his traditional animated costume. Did he ever actually have this costume in the comics? I don't remember him ever having this costume in the comics.
I don't think he did. He wore a suit. He always wore. I basically known him not only for this one, but also wearing a suit a lot.
Yeah, wore a suit all the time.
Well,
but
yeah,
wearing that outfit doesn't really lend himself to being a chameleon. So
no. But it's a really cool figure. It's a cool costume. It's straight from the animated series.
His look good. It's more iconic. It makes him more distinct, more unique.
Yeah,
I will say the one thing they could have done to make this better: give an extra loose belt so you can put it on your other figures, so it's like Chameleon has changed his appearance. You know what I mean? Because remember, he changed his appearance through the belt.
Yeah.
Like if you had an extra Spider-Man, you could put the belt
or
around.
the bandolier.
Do what?
The belt or the bandolier?
The belt. The
around
belt.
His waist?
Yeah. The belt.
Okay.
Give him a separate belt, one that's loose, so you can, clip it onto other figures, so it's like Chameleon changed his appearance. Just saying.
Or you can just head swap him for whoever you want him to look like.
That's true. Yeah.
But this is a great figure we've been needing for a long time. Again, I don't think we've gotten this version of Chameleon since the 90s Toy Biz days. So, looks good. Oh, yeah. But that's a great wave right there. Like I said, I'm not really connected to these two right here, Spider-Boy and Electro. I don't know them from the comics. No connection there. Not that they're not good figures.
I will get the Electro if I see her on clearance. Just mainly I want the effects pieces. I have no connection to the character.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I think I'll get the rest of the other four.
Yeah. So 4 out of 6, not bad. Not bad.
All right, so now we're getting which the minute we talked about this, the minute they released that Hank Pym, we knew we were getting this.
Yeah.
We talked about this for
the only issue with this, that body is so freaking big. It's too big for Charles. It is.
Right. It is.
It is bigger than the Grim Reaper body.
There have already been tons of people out there repainting that Hank Pym into this figure right here.
Oh, I know. I just saying, scale-wise, though, it's huge. And the ab crunch is useless on that body. But at least this was one in there.
This was kind of a no-brainer. So we knew that was coming. This I'm also very excited about.
Yes.
77 Spider-Man.
The problem, the thing I'm not excited about. Go back one slide. The upper right hand corner above the Spider-Man shoulder there.
Well, okay.
Walmart exclusive.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's discuss a little bit. Walmart has gotten better with their distribution of exclusives. Case in point, I got the Superman. They have gotten somewhat better, unlike Target, who has been canceling a lot of people's pre-orders of exclusives. They've been doing that. Walmart has gotten better with distributions and pre-orders. So I see people ordering this one like me and Matt and Jared and all of us, and not having a real issue with it.
Oh, I'm not in no hurry to get this thing.
My Walmart doesn't.
I was like one of my favorite Spider-Man figures is that ridiculous Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
I love that thing, and that's by the way, that's what this is. This is the same figure with a new head, new hands, and new accessories.
When Japanese Spider-Man was revealed and came out, you knew the Nick Hammond Spider-Man was not that fine. So
yeah, I'm totally down for this. I'm totally 100% down for this. Very excited about this guy right here.
I am too.
I don't even care that he doesn't have Spider-Man articulation or anything, because let's be honest, in that show, he didn't do a lot of Spider-Man crouching in that show.
No, this one took the Spider-Man movement. Come on.
So I'm digging that one a lot. Very happy about that. We're getting movie Lizard, which I couldn't give a rat's ass about, if I'm honest.
It is a huge improvement, though.
It's a good improvement over the last one. I just never liked this version of Lizard.
Oh yeah, but from the looks of it, it's using the old torso. That's the only thing it's using from the old one. We get new head, new arms, new legs, and probably a new tail. But it's all bulkier parts and better head sculpt, so it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
It looks more movie accurate.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a great design, but it is a lot better looking figure.
And it did take a while, but at least it's not like McFarlane waiting so many years.
But
BBS. So
the silver lining to this getting released, that means we're probably going to get more Andrew Garfield stuff. And Tobey Maguire.
They did confirm in the stream we are getting Electro next year. The one
I don't give a shit about Electro. I want more like other villains and stuff like that. Peter Parker. We got Doc Ock. We got Green Goblin. Who else we need? We need
Venom,
Hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Which what did they call him in the movie? I forget how he was billed.
New
Goblin 2
Harry was called
Goblin. You know what we need? It's a fucking Rhino. In the
oh yeah, that big mech Rhino.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
But
rushed him in a robot Rhino suit.
Yeah.
We need a reissue of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 costume. I've got
they
the
do need to do it. ASM 1 needs.
They need to do with a all new design, do a redesign it, and new body for the first Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I've got the original one, and like I love that costume. I think it was a cool costume, but goddamn, that figure is awful.
Easy to redo too is Tobey Maguire and his the Venom suit.
Yeah,
you should have.
We're getting that soon.
Yeah,
there's no way we're not getting that soon.
With a better head sculpt and stuff.
Well, you could actually take the unmasked head from the first one and have that be Bully Maguire, because
it looks like it.
Oh, I know that's what most people in the live chat on Hasbro when they were doing it, where most people were complaining about, like, where's Toby's black costume? Want that? That's what everybody was commenting is the black costume. It's like,
but that is such a great looking. I take that back. I don't think it's using the original torso. I think that's an all new body.
They did say it's all new sculpt. At least that's what they said on the stream.
It looks good. It's bulky. It looks like the character from the movie. I don't like the design from the movie as being the lizard, but as just a lizard man figure, it looks good.
You know what his head reminds me of?
What?
Go ahead, JB.
Oh, I was going to say it should have come with 2 chemicals and a lab coat.
That sounds like an adult film. The head. The head reminds me of the Goombas from that.
Oh yeah,
Super Mario movie.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
it totally looks like a Goomba.
Let's see what else we got here. Amazon. Okay, don't care about your picks. All right, so we knew this was coming. Fabian Cortez, much needed. I hope we get more acolytes, including, as we've talked about before, getting Colossus in his acolyte outfit. Hopefully we'll get that someday. So this is Magneto's acolytes is something they've been needing to put together for a very, very, very long time. So we're finally getting getting this person.
We still need a good basic Magneto. Because the 97 Magneto in his classic costume is a shitty figure.
Yeah, it's not good.
well,
Just give us a Magneto on the new Punisher body.
Oh yeah, that'd work.
I agree this Magneto's not good because the torso is too small and the arms are too long. If you balanced it out, like make his arms smaller and make his torso a bit bigger, he would be a good Magneto.
Which is the Punisher body.
Yes.
So getting Fabian Cortez looks good. Looking forward to that one. We're getting AOA Gambit. The AOA storyline, I know some people love it. It's okay. But I will say I've really liked the AOA figures. I think I like the AOA figures more than I ever liked the storyline.
The only thing that bugs me now, we got two previous AOA figures that are absolute trash. One is absolute trash. One is just meh. It's the AOA Jean Grey is trash. I made a new one. I had to fix it, make a new one. And Cyclops is on my Bucky cap.
Yeah.
Both, but what they should do is give us a new Cyclops in a 2-pack with his brother Havoc.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just buy the Mafex one, whatever.
I don't care much about the AOA version of the characters. I'm more of like, I like the classic version of characters and all that stuff is what I prefer. But I know the story. I've read it. I've seen it. But I just don't really care for these version of characters.
This is the first AOA version that I'm excited for. I don't know why. Gambit's my favorite, so.
It's a cool looking figure.
Yeah.
Repaint of Nightcrawler with a different head. Sure.
It was voted by the people, so.
X4. Okay.
Actually,
I love Nightcrawler. I just don't give a shit about him in this costume.
Wait a minute. That's not just a new paint scheme. That's pinless.
Yeah, I don't care.
I was just saying,
cool,
I don't. The body's
the 97 one was pinless.
Is that what it's using?
Yes.
It's using the 97 bug.
97 body.
Okay. I didn't buy the 97 one because I got the one before that.
This one is a good figure. The 97 one is.
The 97 is a great figure. That's the one I've got on my shelf.
Yeah, it is.
This is just a new head on that with a repaint.
Yeah.
So, but it's fine if you're looking to if you're putting together a kind of a 2000s era X-Force team, then cool. I don't care about this one.
Well, one of the hint pieces, it looks like Archangel's blade wings been shot out.
Yeah. Yeah,
would be
cool.
nice if you came with a BAMF effect, like a little cloud effect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're getting Husk, and we've talked about this before. How are they going to do Husk? Well, they got her pulling off part of her face. That's it.
That's really the only thing they could do.
I feel like they could have figured something out, like some swappable arms or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They're not.
I don't know. It's fine. Look, if you were putting together a Generation X team, we've already gotten several of the characters already. She obviously does not have the same upper torso as Monet St. Croix. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think that snuck through somebody at Sculptor's like, I'm going to give her some giant knockers.
Yeah. So she doesn't have that. The rest of the figure may actually be the same as Monet St. Croix.
When I was looking at it, like, that's not the same upper torso.
No, it's not the same upper torso at all.
Someone did make
Monet St. Croix is like rocking double D's. And,
she's rocking some huge ass milkers there, man.
Someone did make a good comment that the alternate head with the hair straight down and fixed, you can use that for an Emma Frost.
Yeah,
like it's a really good head. The alternate one is
that right there. That looks like Emma Frost is thoroughly unsatisfied after sex.
Yeah,
actually,
that's
you know what
that looks like.
Yes,
actually, what I think it looks more like a.
Or she's
it looks more like a better Sharon Carter head.
Could also be a Felicia Hardy.
After unsatisfying sex.
Yep, Felicia Hardy, yeah.
Yeah,
after unsatisfying. Whatever head that is, it's after she's completely unsatisfied.
Or you could use it.
That just looks like a disappointed face sculpt right there.
Or you could use it for Gwen Stacy, because Peter Parker's late for their date.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But this honestly, I'm not really into the Generation X thing. I mean, it's cool if you're putting together that team. They're not really my thing. But it's a decent figure.
Oh yeah, it's a decent figure.
But nothing that jumps out at me.
She does look annoyed as shit though.
Doesn't she though? Look at that face sculpt, man.
I've seen that face before for my own wife, so I know the feeling. I know
you've seen the unsatisfied sex face from your wife.
Yeah, but it wasn't sex.
That's when she walks in on him playing with Plastic Man.
That's what she says after you have sex with that face. That wasn't sex.
No, that's the face she makes whenever she says you forgot to take out the trash.
Oh, that's where just put some plastic metal suit on that little thing she's holding. Or you're playing this damn thing again.
It's like that's actually the face I'll tell you what. That's the face she makes at me. I'll tell you what. That's the face she actually makes at me when she sees me with Plastic Man.
Yep, I bet. But it's a decent figure. It's probably not one I'm going to pick up, but it's a decent figure. We're getting a redo of Ultimate Wolverine, which
I wish this is what came with the armored Psylocke. I know it's don't have a real relation to it because I hate that figure that comes with armored Psylocke so much. I didn't buy that 2-pack because even though the armored Psylocke looks great, I don't have no connection to her, but I wasn't paying $50 to get a Wolverine wearing pantyhose over his face.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is something a lot of people wanted. I really, really like the entire Ultimate Universe.
That character is long dead.
I know. He's been dead for a long time. Well, I mean, they're bringing him back in the new Ultimate Universe. He just doesn't look anything like this. Which I'm sure we'll get that figure 10 years from now. But look, this is something a lot of people wanted. There are people like me that really like the Ultimate Universe. That, I mean, I want to buy this figure, and I probably will buy this figure because I like that universe. The problem is that we haven't gotten enough Ultimate Universe figures. I would love to have an Ultimate Universe shelf. I mean, I've started doing the Ultimate.
That would be another good one to Iron Man to get a new Ultimate Iron Man because that figure is so
that's
dated.
what some people put down the comments after this one was revealed. Like, where's Ultimate Iron Man? We need that.
We need Ultimate Iron Man. We need the Ultimate Fantastic Four. We do have Ultimate Spider-Man, but it is an older figure.
Hey.
We got a couple of versions of Ultimate Spider-Man. We do got an Ultimate.
You know what I'd love to see? Punisher as Captain America in when he was in Ultimateverse for a little while. He was Cap.
Yeah,
I liked his costume.
I really don't like the head though. That head is from the 5-pack, the Amazon 5-pack with Wolverine, where his shirt is tore off, and he's with all the other villains, and of course they reused it again with the Heated Claws figure. Now they're using it again. They have plenty of other better Wolverine sculpts. Like I was like, why didn't you use the one from the Psylocke 2-pack? Those head sculpts are good choices. Well,
I mean, I don't know. I look at this, and this looks like Ultimate Wolverine to me. So I think the head choice was fine. Yeah. I don't have any problem with it. That is what Ultimate Wolverine looked like in every fucking page of every Ultimate comic book.
Okay.
He's got new parts too. Those legs are all new. The belt's new.
It's from the 90s set. It's the arms are 97 reuse. Is the only thing.
I like the claws too. The claws look
Yeah,
good.
the claws are nice. Like it's really just a reuse. The head is.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. It looks good.
Yeah.
It just makes me wish we were getting more Ultimate Universe stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I look at when I see this. Is like it looks good, but where's the rest of my
An Ultimate Thor would be great.
Oh, I'd love an Ultimate Thor. I mean, I custom did my Ultimate Thor and Ultimate Iron Man, which I love, but I would love actual versions of them.
Yeah.
You know? So, but we're getting X Factor Cyclops. So we're basically getting, like, we've already gotten an X Factor Cyclops. Of course, that was on Bucky Cap, so this is going to be a nice upgrade. Honestly, I prefer the colors on the one we've got because I like him in blue and white because that was what he was. This is the version that he wore in the first 6 issues of X Factor, and then they all went to the white stripe. So the white stripe was much more common through like years of X Factor comic books.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a better buck. So either way, I'm okay with it. I'll definitely pick this up because I want X Factor. I just like the white stripe better than the yellow stripe, but that's just me. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'm just patiently waiting for when they do the Cyclops look that came with the Phoenix Toys R Us 2-pack. I'm waiting for that look. I want that. That's the look I've been wanting as a classic Cyclops, and they haven't done it yet. So, but this is kind of like this would be kind of a.
He wore that costume in the
with
series
the
finale of 97.
That one right there is the one I do want. That's the one. That's the look I've been waiting for.
Well, I'm a huge X Factor fan.
So they will probably do this in the next wave of 97 X-Men.
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully they do, because I really like that costume. Besides the Jim Lee style with the straps and everything, I love that design.
Well, the X Factor costume, this costume right here, except with the white stripe, has always been my favorite Cyclops costume. So I'm very happy with an upgrade. I still love my Bucky Cap figure. I've got that on the shelf, and he will remain on the shelf. But I'm glad we're getting a better buck for X Factor. So
I'm surprised you didn't buy the Mafex, Matt, of the X Factor Cyclops.
Man, too much money, man. I mean, some I will put money on, but some I won't.
Oh, okay.
The Mayfix Cyclops wasn't Hot Toys quality.
I buy some expensive figures, but I don't buy a lot of expensive. It's got to be something that really jumps out, like that Bishop figure from Mezco. Dude, that thing is freaking amazing.
I have to say, on the next slide, the head sculpt is kind of weird. He's got his lips puckered like he's. Ooh.
Hey, he's got a big chin too.
He's got a square chin and puckered lips.
He's
just that picture? No, it's
it's handsome Squidward face. The next one.
Yeah, it is kind of a handsome Squidward face.
You know what that jawline reminds me of? It reminds me of the original Fantastic Four movie, not the '90s one, but the 2005 one where Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are out there Tate, and he said,
got 3 head sculpts.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about he asked her, I thought you were looking for a strong man, and he makes his jawline much more square.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of, is that.
This would also be a good custom for a Frozone from The Incredibles.
Oh yeah, definitely. Someone actually commented that, like, oh, is this Frozone? In the live chat.
Well, I like it. I'm going to be happy to pick this one up. I don't know why they showed Cable, but all right, Marrow. Here's a figure people have been wanting for a long time.
Oh yeah, and she looks great.
And it looks fantastic.
We're finally getting into the Marvel vs. Capcom line. Finally, so the leak list was true. Apparently, that came out a few months ago.
What are you talking about? What do you mean Marvel vs. Capcom? It's like this is
Marrow.
This is just standard X-Men character.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's been a staple in the comics for a while.
Yeah.
Wasn't she in the game though, Marvel vs. Capcom?
Maybe. I don't know.
I
know she's from the comics.
If I recall, she was in the game, and this was the look they gave her in the video game.
Well, I don't know about that, but she's from the comics, so.
And this is the look she had in the comics. So.
Yeah.
I know, but remember we saw the leak list of Marvel vs. Capcom, Venom, and all that. We said they'd be blue. So,
well, either way, whether they're saying this is from Marvel vs. Capcom, this is a comic accurate Marrow. So, and she looks fantastic. Nice articulation there. Nice ass. What more can you ask for? Come on.
Giving me articulated feelings, huh?
We're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start rating the cheeks on female figures from now on.
Well, it's nice too for customizing aspect too. We don't have many bare skin arms for females with the new articulation.
Yeah,
true.
It looks good. All right, now we got Holocaust. Oh, I'm sorry, not Holocaust. What's his name now?
Nemesis.
You mean Holocaust? His name's Holocaust. And I got to be honest, this looks like a McFarlane figure. That's what this looks like. I look at this, and with the over-armored, textured BS panel line crap, this looks like a McFarlane figure that somebody snuck over to Hasbro. It does not look like Holocaust.
Well, this is just modern look in the comics.
That's how it looks
and
in
I
the
don't
comics.
like his modern comic.
That's how it looks in the comics now.
Yeah, well, it's stupid.
Yeah.
He should be freaking yellow and orange, translucent, and not this crap. This looks like, this looks like something that McFarlane did from like the Blue Beetle movie or something.
I was going to say the same thing. This looks like a Blue Beetle character.
Yeah.
This does look like also something that would fit with your Cosmic Legions for the Four Horsemen.
This does not look like a Marvel Legend at all. It doesn't look like Holocaust. I don't like this. I don't like this figure.
Well, I like it as a it's well done. It looks fine.
If this was a plain,
it doesn't look like classic Holocaust.
If this was a plain regular figure, I don't think we'd be as upset about it. But because the Build-A-Figure of a wave with most characters,
this is also a thing I don't care to finish.
No, I don't. With this Build-A-Figure, since there are figures in this line that I don't really care about, I won't finish this Build-A-Figure. Well, there's nothing about this figure that's going to make me go out and buy another figure just to finish the Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Well, if we look at the whole wave, we can predict what's going to hit Ollie's and what's going to be sold out and go high in the aftermarket. Like we could. Like honestly, you might find half the wave for cheap, and then you're like, pick it up, build the figure.
Maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
I do like the head sculpt. The head sculpt is great. That's the only thing on it that
it does move
that I like.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is not Holocaust to me at all. So, yeah, I don't.
The Holocaust too. The skull should be like burnt looking, charred.
Yeah, they made it white. They should have made it orange.
It looks more like a ghost. It looks some kind of armored Ghost Rider thing.
Yeah, someone actually commented that it said it looked like Ghost Rider armor.
So the ones that are must-haves for me in this wave are Cyclops, Fabian Cortez, and Wolverine. Backups to those are Marrow and Gambit. I don't care about Nightcrawler or Husk at all. Like, I won't be picking up Nightcrawler or Husk.
Okay.
And especially not with this being the Build-A-Figure, I have no reason to pick up Nightcrawler or Husk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
If you still want to build the figure eventually, you can always give the figures to me, the Nightcrawler and stuff.
Yeah, the Black Buckskins, I like it as a figure, but it doesn't look like the version of the character that I remember either. It's like it's the same.
Yeah.
I wanted a redo of the original Build-A-Figure. That was more accurate.
Yeah. So, yeah, that doesn't impress me. I don't know what this is other than, is that Adam Warlock's staff?
Yep.
Yes.
What that is? Okay. Because some people are like, oh, it's the Phoenix symbol. And I'm like, I don't think that's what that is.
That is very recognizable as Adam Warlock's staff.
Yeah. So, we're getting Adam Warlock. That's cool. Spiderwebs could literally be anything. I don't know what the hell that is.
A lot of people are guessing it's Archangel's blade's been shot out because that's been on the leak list to get a new Archangel.
Someone did. Well, remember, if we remember the leak list, it did say Marvel vs. Capcom Venom, and Venom actually does that web net back there. Like that's one of his attacks. Is the
yeah,
web.
they're shaped like Archangel's blades.
They do look like Archangel's blades coming out of his wings.
Web. I was talking about the web back there.
We've moved on from the web. All right, that's it. That's our.
The web also kind of looks like ASM1.
Yeah.
When he's trying to grab, or 2 when he's trying to grab Gwen.
Yeah. So
well, that's yeah.
Yeah,
dude. I like I said, most of those figures are great. More than half of the X-Men stuff I want. Pretty much all of the Spider-Man stuff I want. There was a lot of great reveals. I'm looking forward to all this stuff. So I mean, I think they did a good job. I'm looking for, especially the Spider-Man wave. So I'm very happy. Very happy. Any other final thoughts on this?
Other than
Before we're out of time, do we want to do our list or then? Now?
Yeah, we need to do our lists. Do we want to go one by one, or what do we want to do?
I guess we can go one by one and do our list and see if they match with each other, or at least do we have the same picks on our list?
Here, hold on a second. I got a thing I can give you.
Well, JB, since you don't have any visuals to go with your list, why don't you give us your list first?
I've got some of the figures on the list.
Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I've got some of the figures in hand that I have on my list. So,
what is this? What is this list that you're sending?
That is all the Marvel Legends released in 2024.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that.
I just figured we could put on the screen. Since...
Okay, yeah. Let's see, so we can. Come on. Why it's not copying and pasting? There we go. All right. All right, JB, you go first. What is your number 10 worst Marvel Legend of the year?
Okay. So for the first 3, 10, 9, and 8 are ones that were not the worst, but the ones that disappointed me the most out of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, number 10 and number 9 are live action. It is the Deadpool and Wolverine movie figures. And I'll tell you what. Ever since the movie came out, we have wanted figures from the movie. Ever since they released the trailers.
Is it these two or the movie one?
No, it's the actual. I got it right here. Luckily, the actual movie figures, the actual ones.
The actual movie figures. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. We have been waiting so long for these figures to come out. And I have never, well, there is another figure I'm going to call back to later on my list. But these figures in my hand just feel gummy. They come apart very easily. They look cheap. The plastic is very cheap that they use, even though they got paint and detail. And they were just not worth a long wait. These feel like, you remember when Infinity War and Endgame came out? And they always released figures that were like concepts that Hasbro got for the film to release.
Yeah.
That's what these figures feel like. These feel like they should have been out by the movie when the movie came out. And everybody's saying that next year or so we're going to get better versions, more accurate versions of the characters. So, I mean, that's
right. So which one's your number 9 and number 10? Which one's your 10?
Wolverine is number 10.
Uh-huh.
And I'll show you tomorrow night why, because I've worked on him a little bit. So,
and Deadpool's number 9. Okay.
Number 9 is Deadpool. Yes. Number 8 is the Vulture from the VHS two-pack. I have wanted a cartoon style Vulture figure, and to finally get one in hand is great. I like having it. I like how it's got the young and older head, but the wings are not accurate at all. They're not big enough, and it is the good body they use, but there could have been so much more added to him to make him better. But again, that's just me being a little disappointed with it. So,
All right.
Then my next one is number. Let's see what my next one was.
7.
Yeah, number 7. I have the list here. Is the Last Stand Spider-Man that I think we all can agree is just awful. One of the they have the sculpt. It looks accurate to the character, but accuracy over articulation is one thing, because we all can agree we rather would have articulated figures than ones that look accurate to the comic. I mean, come on now. And this not having any torso articulation at all is a huge mistake. It should have had torso articulation to begin with, but I don't know how you could have done it with the coat look and not break up the sculpt.
I've seen really good customs that
You have? Okay. I haven't seen customs of this, but I do agree it is one of the worst of this year that they've released.
All right. Number 6.
Number 6 for me is the Bloodstorm figure from the new Blackheart Build-A-Figure wave. Completely unnecessary, not needed at all. It's a cool in concept that yes, Storm as a vampire, but it's not even. I
thought about putting this on my list, but it is still a good figure. But it's just
it is
one of those figures though. Like why?
Well, why? I saw it on the thumbnail. Like, oh, okay, it's got to be the worst. But no, it actually. That's why I ranked it higher, because it's not a bad figure, but it's not a good figure either. It's more like a mat. Like, is it really needed? No, I get it. You want to do a vampire X-Men character since you're putting Dracula in the same wave. Okay. But there could have been better options to pick instead of this Storm. Just saying. That's just me. Number 5 and 4, I put 2 figures from the Across the Spider-Verse. That is Spider-Gwen and Spider-Punk. First, I would put the whole wave on there just because they're cheap.
I didn't put any of these on here because I'm not a fan of that art style. So technically, I don't know anything about the figures. I just don't like the art style. They don't match anything I collect. Other than I did get the knockoff SH figure arts by CT Toys, the Spider-Man 2099.
Because I saw it, because I was looking through these, I'm thinking, why are they on the thumbnail the worst figures? Anyway, but no, these figures are just, as we said, they're repaints of already released ones. They were unnecessary. There were thousands of versions of Spider-Man they could have released, but instead they wanted to do another version of Gwen and another version of Hobby that was.
Well, if they're main characters, they want to make sure to get them.
They want to, but it was hard for me to find out where these looks were in the movie. I went back and I actually showed y'all, took screenshots, sent y'all of these looks, but these were just unnecessary spots.
I don't look half the stuff you send me.
Yeah, well, still though. I mean, I look at everything you send, so. But anyway, and most of them feel like McDonald's toys, so that's fine.
Like Matt's got over 100,000 followers type thing, and I got about around 6,000, and I can't keep up with that. I don't know how Matt keeps up with his.
So, let's say 4 and 5 was that one. That's it, 4 and 5. Number 3 is the X-Men 97 Jean Grey. For people like me who have missed out on getting multiple versions of Jean Grey, because the only one before this was that awful, stupid gummy VHS version, was this. This was based on your cartoon that was so popular, and they didn't even put any work into it. Most of it is reissue, redone, just different paint. The head sculpts are not
it's all new.
It's new.
There's no when you can't say there's reuse on that figure.
No,
it's all new, but it's
new. The head sculpts are awful, and she has trouble standing up on my shelf. At least my copy has trouble standing up because she's got bad ankles.
It's an awful figure. Point blank. It's an awful figure from its articulation to its sculpt.
It's awful.
Actually, the only thing that's decent on it is I do like both the head sculpts for that version of Jean Grey.
Well, I got it on
Everything
I
from the
bought
neck
it on
down is
sale for parts. I like the head, and I bought it for. I may swap out the arms with my Love Triangle pack because it's got the more articulate arms.
She wouldn't even stand up. Ugh.
All right, that's number 3. What do you got for number 2?
Number 2,
Mhm.
I had one was the 2-pack Rogue that came with
Oh yeah, green suit Rogue that came with
yes.
the
When that was announced, I thought, okay, we're getting another shot to get a classic Jim Lee style Rogue, and they didn't do it. Or the least they could have done was Rogue which they'll probably do the next wave when they do it next year, is Rogue with her Southern Belle looks, but maybe with a green suit and stuff. Because
and the only Rogue we need anymore is Savage Land Rogue.
And people are still, and I don't think they're.
And they'll never make that. They're never going to make Savage Land Rogue.
Which I like the villain Rogue look, but it's a shitty figure. There's no old torso articulation.
It's bad, and I've seen it in person. I never bought it, but I saw it.
All right, what's your number 1 worst figure of the year, JB?
Oh, my number 1. This one, the more I look at it, the more I mess with it, the more disappointed I am in it. It is the 85th anniversary Venom. It is the Venom figure that we all talked about when it came out. It is straight up awful. The head sculpts are not good. I've got the figure right here, though. The head sculpts, other than the small one, I'll give them credit for. It does look similar to Todd McFarlane's work. But the joints on him, the arms, the legs, they all feel gummy. Doesn't even stand up all the way. And this torso breaks up the painted lines of the symbol. Like, it breaks it up. It's like they could have done better with this figure.
Yeah.
And they gave him the Amazon long tongue head when they had a chance to do a much better Venom head design. And another problem I'll bring up with it is he has no real neck movement. He can't even arch his head back. You can't get him in the classic Venom poses at all because of the neck being limited. Because of
His hinges are far superior to a freaking ball peg that don't move.
I agree, they are, and it's just, and you have to modify it. And
I like figures that can do this. Look up.
Yes, I agree, and it's just, and the more, like I said, the more I look at him, the more I mess with, the more disappointed I am. I bought him, which kind of makes me wish I wasted my money on him. But I mean, it is what it is. But he is my number 1 disappointment. The worst figure in my book of this year is this Venom.
All right.
So I don't know if y'all agree, but
I actually have several of those on my list. So.
okay.
All right, who's going next? You want me to go next, Jared?
Sure.
All right. I'm just, since I didn't pull up any visuals, we're just going to go off of my video that I've already made that will go live tomorrow morning of the top 10 worst Marvel Legends of 2024.
He comes with show and tell. Look at it, show and tell.
Hey, I made the video a couple days ago, so
Well, that's why he had this suggestion. Let's do a top 10 worst Marvel Legends.
no, I actually didn't make the list until I gave the suggestion. I made it the same day. No, seriously, I did it. Anyway, number 10. Look at that. We got visual effects. Is this re-release Legacy Collection Deadpool? While there was definitely some upgrades from the previous release where he couldn't pull his guns out of his holsters, the figure is just disappointing in that, look at that, he's under 6 inches tall.
Yes.
And he's a tiny figure that makes no sense to have in the Marvel Legends line. Sculpt is good, paint's okay, and yes, he can finally pull his guns out of his holsters, but overall, very disappointing figure. I wish I would have waited for the one that came out with the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
I didn't. I went ahead and bought this one because I didn't have the previous one.
I'm going to tell you the truth. This one's smaller than that one.
Oh, then I don't want that one either.
Yeah, this one's smaller than that one. So you're lucky you got this one.
I mean, in real life, Ryan Reynolds is taller than Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
And every Deadpool figure movie Deadpool figure is smaller than every Hugh Jackman figure.
Yes. My
Which
advice
makes no sense whatsoever.
My advice to you, sir, keep that one, but buy the Wolverine if you can find him. Because
I'm gonna have to chop his legs though. But,
they look better. They look better
All right.
together.
Number nine, we got this piece of shit that was in your top 5. This plasticky kid's toy looking piece of crap, Iron Man Mark 20.
What kids know did you pull that out of?
Go back to the beginning of the chat when we were judging JB, and you can hear all my reasons for why this figure is a piece of crap. But it certainly is. It is a hideous looking thing. So we're just going to skip forward on this because you don't need to hear all that again. I hate this figure. But let's skip forward. Number 8 is this thing. Why in the hell do we get a Hugh Jackman Wolverine looking like he just got done shopping at Old Navy?
Their excuse is,
Right.
oh, it's supposed to be him from when Deadpool meets him in the beginning.
But he didn't wear this outfit in the beginning at all. Like he did not look like this at all.
Hey, on Sit for Life's got a comment.
It was from a deleted scene. That's it.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Okay.
This is not like
And-
nobody. Even if this was in the movie, there is not a single person that would have given a shit about this outfit in an action figure form.
Oh no, I saw this at a GameStop, and my Walmart had the entire Deadpool and Wolverine movie wave. That's where I got those two. Logan is still sitting on my shelves. They still have Logan sitting there.
Yeah, this is an absolutely useless figure that nobody cares about.
And what's even more of a stupid decision, they made Headpool like, okay, Headpool's the figure and Logan is the accessory. On the box and everything. I didn't buy it.
It's a useless figure. It's an absolutely useless figure. We getting an ad in my video? What the shit? Why is there an ad in the middle of my video? The video's not even live yet. All right. Number 7 is Iron Man Mark 9. Again, for many of the same reasons that I hated the last Iron Man figure, as far as it looking plastic and all this other stuff, the reason this is higher on the list is because I'm more disappointed in this one because I love the Mark 9. I love this costume, this suit. This was one of my favorite Iron Man suits from late 80s, early 90s. I love the big chunky boots. I love this look for Iron Man. And this was a huge disappointment that he just looks like a kid's toy plastic mess. It's just not a good looking figure at all.
Holy shit, JB's right. This thing is smaller and less detailed than the previous Deadpool.
That's insane. That's stupid.
It's tiny. And the sculpt and proportions is awful. It don't look like a fucking human being.
So I have that reissue of the first Deadpool, and I put all the knives in the sheaths, but now I can't get them out. They're stuck there. The little knife lives in the sheath now.
No. All right, my number 6. I don't remember what it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, Last Stand Spider-Man. For all the same reasons we've already discussed.
Yeah.
It's just a horribly articulated figure that didn't deserve to exist. Cool costume, I guess. I don't really have an attachment to this costume for Spider-Man, but it's a cool costume. So, but nobody really cares. All right, number 5. Let's get to number 5. We talked about this one already. Superior Iron Man. First of all, the sculpt isn't right. Second, it's white. And those are all my reasons. It just doesn't look like Superior Iron Man. Other than the head sculpt looks good. It is got a good Tony Stark head sculpt. I like the head sculpt, but it's in the wrong colors, and the sculpt itself for the rest of the body does not look comic accurate. And as a kind of, in some ways, a version of Iron Man that a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting on for a long time.
No.
This was a big disappointment.
This just shows you that Hasbro can be lazy when it comes to certain figures.
Yeah, it's just not a good
they
figure.
Don't do enough research on the characters a lot of times.
No.
It's like your Karen Rogers that you got.
Yeah.
The head sculpt is based off fan art. They Google searched Commander Rogers and found a picture, the sculptor did, and went with that and didn't confer if that was actual official picture or not.
Oh,
Rogers, I put that head sculpt on my Ultimate Cap, and it just looks a lot better, at least. Like he's ready for war.
Well, I'm saying that head sculpt is based off fan art.
Oh, I know it's based off fan art. I'm just saying I put some use to it, put it on my Ultimate Cap. All right.
I'm going to get through these. Number 4 is this steaming pile of shit that they decided for some reason to color purple because of one scene in the movie where he's slightly shaded in that animated style and the screen is kind of purplish.
He doesn't even come with a mask head.
Not to mention, on top of that, we already got a good version of this Spider-Punk in the last wave. Nobody cared about him in his civilian clothes. Nobody cared about him looking like this. Not to mention the colors are all jacked up. Why is he purple?
Just like I said, hey, it's the same thing like Gwen. Why is her hair purple and blue? It's because they're trying to.
You know exactly why her hair is that color.
Yep.
Well, because that scene I showed you.
And why was her hair that color in that scene?
Because she was talking to her dad.
No.
Yes.
Jared knows what I'm talking about.
I know exactly why.
Yeah.
Stick for Life knows why.
Well, I know why. I know
And
why.
the weirdos on Twitter are the reason why it's that way.
Yes.
I know why. I was just trying to keep it like, okay, it's from a scene of the movie, which actually it is. So that's why.
All right. Number 3, Jean Grey. We already talked about this. Awful figure.
Yeah.
No, there's the head sculpts are the only reason to buy this figure and to use them on something else.
Y'all,
other than that,
hold up. It's awful, but at the same time, y'all say the head sculpts are good, the body is good. What is awful
The
about
body
it?
is not
the
good.
body is not good. The body is the
body's
reason
not
why
We
good.
did
it's on
not
this
say the
list.
body's good. The only good piece of the body on this figure are the arms.
The arms and the heads. Okay.
The rest, that does not justify the garbage torso
Okay.
and the gummy legs.
So we all
and
agree it's a bad
the
figure.
skinny
Okay.
chicken legs.
Okay. We all agree it's a bad figure. Just making sure, because
What did you hear us say that's a good body? It's like, what do you hear when we talk? Are we like the parents on Charlie Brown? Do you like your little fetus?
Number 2 is this. And look, I will admit this is on my list partially because I have the Sentinel version of this character, and it's a fantastic figure. And I like that version of Peter Parker. Why they released him in this wave instead of the first wave, because he was only in the first 5 minutes of the first movie, I don't know. Either way, though, the figure is absolutely awful. It no details on the web lines, articulation's completely off, plasticky looking as hell. And as a huge Spider-Man fan who actually liked that version of Spider-Man at the beginning of the first movie, and who has the Sentinel version of this same figure that's great,
I do as well.
this thing is just, there's nothing redeeming or good about this figure at all. It's a huge disappointment as a Spider-Man fan. I just don't like it. And another ad. What the shit, YouTube? I got to change the ad settings on this freaking video before it goes live.
You have to get
That's annoying as hell.
You have to get YouTube Red, be ad free.
All right. Number 1. What in the actual hell was Hasbro thinking re-releasing the absolute worst Spider-Man figure from any movie? This thing went on clearance for like $5 the first time around. It's an awful figure. It's an awful suit that nobody liked from that movie. The figure itself absolutely sucks. And they decide, in their wisdom, to re-release the worst Spider-Man figure ever.
To be fair, I bought the Walmart one that came with the Peter Parker head. I bought the exclusive.
I have the original version of this figure from when it first came out because I bought it on clearance for $9.99.
Yeah, I'm saying I never got the chance to get the original one, so I bought the one when it came with the unmasked Peter Parker, which was a Walmart exclusive. And then the peg broke on me, so it is a bad figure.
It's a bad, dude. The articulation on this thing sucks. The costume itself sucks. It's plasticky looking as hell. It's got no details on the webbing. Like, there's nothing good about this figure. It's the worst costume from all the MCU versions of Spider-Man. It's the one everybody hated. It's the one that went on clearance, and they decide This is the one we should re-release this year. No. Look at this thing.
Well, they re-released. They announced it this year, but it won't come out till next year.
What are you talking about?
That one.
No, it's on the shelf now.
It's on the shelf.
Yep. The Iron Spider is the one you're talking about. This is the. Yes, the Iron Spider.
Yes, that is on the shelf.
I have seen this on the shelf.
I haven't.
And laughed at it.
I have too. I've seen it on the shelf too.
Y'all have. I haven't seen that one. All I've seen is the Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, the Iron Spider-Man they re-released too, but at least that was a good costume that people who were fans of the MCU, like, actually, if you didn't get it the first time, like, it's actually a decent figure. I've got a couple versions of it. This one's a steaming pile of shit that did get released this year and is awful.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen this at Target. I've seen this at some of the comic shops around town. Yes, I have seen this figure. Anyway, that's my top 10 worst Marvel Legends figures of the year. I'm trying to get this done quickly so Jared can get his list.
Now, I got an honorable mention. Well, let me see.
Yeah, pull your stuff up. I'll close this out.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know y'all they were already hitting y'all stores. I didn't know because they ain't here yet.
That's my number 10, but
ooh,
this is an honorable mention of being on my. It didn't make the list, but this is it's a terrible figure. It's just super disappointing because they screwed up the scale of this figure. The head sculpt,
really bad. Yeah,
the head sculpt does not look like Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. The build is too small. Danny Ketch Ghost Rider was drawn to be big and buff. He was bigger than he should be equivalent to the size of the Punisher.
Yeah, he was physically the largest person in the comics to be Ghost Rider.
Yep. Now, if this was a human form Danny Ketch, it'd be fine because he got bigger as the Rider.
Yeah.
But this is too small. This was super. This is one of the figures I was very anticipating to get, but was extremely disappointed when we got this thing because of how small he is. I got another one where I customized him taller and I changed the head out. It looks better, but still, he don't have the broad shoulders. He don't have a big chest. It's just overall, it's just disappointing. But it didn't make my bad list because it's still technically a decent made figure. It's just they messed up proportions and other stuff. But my number 10, of course, was the Collector Con Venom. It's not replacing my 3-pack from Amazon. The articulation on this figure is terrible. The figure, this pose is doing this because the figure can't look up.
Mm-hmm.
The figure literally cannot look up.
Yep.
It can swivel, it can bob its head, but it can't look up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that is one of the most insane things to do. A figure is where you can't freaking have a figure look up. And this is, I think, on everybody's list. Last Stand Spider-Man.
Yep.
This looks like a dude cosplaying at a damn con.
Yep.
It's not a great figure. There's no articulations. It's short. The build, it's a similar thing. It don't have the superhero proportions. It don't have the broad shoulders. When you don't have articulation, it ruins it. This is my next one. Spider Shot.
All because of the hips.
They put the wrong legs on it. Somebody, another person, they swapped the legs with another figure. I think with a symbiote Spider-Man. They put the wrong legs on it. If you put the right legs on it, it looks just like this Scarlet Spider. They screwed up making their own figure, which could have been a cool looking figure, but they screwed it up. What's next? We got. I was so looking forward to it, but to me they dropped the ball. Lockjaw. There's no articulation in the legs. You've seen what they can do with Hasbro can do with pets off the with G.I. Joe Classified, the animals, Fiona, all the dogs and the wolves, and they even got a bear coming now. Which they couldn't give articulation to Lockjaw. They did the 3 3/4 one, not the 12-inch one. Oh, not 12-inch, 6-inch scale one. Another one. What's next? Oh, this is on our list too. The bad guy Rogue, which I would have liked to have had a really good bad guy Rogue, a villain Rogue, but they said, screw articulation. We don't want to break the sculpt up. That's bullshit because they do it all the time. The Venom, they just released that one we've been playing with, the head don't move. It twists and breaks the sculpt up. The Pyro 2-pack one has a similar costume, has a stripe go down it. It's got a diaphragm joint. They could have done that. This one is basically from just a Wolverine from the set. I didn't buy this. I don't have a connection to Stylock. She looks fantastic. I didn't want it for this. This looks like shit.
It's
Wolverine.
Good. The only thing about it is it's good for custom fodder. Is all it really is.
No, it's not. It's not good for custom fodder because he's a short body. You're limited what you can make out of it.
You could turn it into another Wolverine.
I don't need another. If I want a black suit Wolverine, I got a X-Force Wolverine. I got a couple of them. But this is just a terrible choice. But they did this a retro card. It didn't sell the retro card. It's another one of those things. If you don't sell the first time, don't make it again. And next we got 2-pack. Extremely let down with this. We were talking about when they said they're going to do a Fantastic Four Wolverine Spider-Man. This is not what people were wanting. They were wanting this.
Yeah, the legs of Wolverine are wrong.
This is what we wanted. Black and blue with the 4. Ghost Rider, Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man. That's what we wanted. We wanted this version of of Spider-Man and Wolverine. Not this shit. The matches those Super Scroll Wave figures, which nobody gives a shit about. Nobody likes those costumes. What's the one next? We got. She's on my list too. Jean Grey, horrible figure. Just decent head sculpts. I can repurpose arms, but if the colors match on my family with the love triangle one. Other than that, the rest of the figures junk. I don't like it. Again, don't ever do a figure without torso articulation. Plus, they did the shit too where they don't want to have females that have curves. This does not look like human anatomy. And I think it's about all of them. Just pulling this out of the packaging, this made my number one. The new Deadpool. It is fucking garbage.
I told you it's like a cheap toy.
It is. Feels like rubber. The entire thing.
The plastic is cheap. Wolverine, it's bad.
The sculpt is awful.
Yes. And he's smaller than the Legacy Deadpool. They're same height.
Yes, he's smaller. The sculpt looks bad. It does not look like human proportions. The arms are short.
Mm-hmm.
The torso is weirdly shaped. This is by far 10-to-1 better figure.
Yep, I've got him up here in a Hawaiian shirt partying on. So
he is literally.
The Legacy one is a better figure, and it looks better next to the movie Wolverine, at least.
Look at this.
But that thing is off. That's
look at this. He is smaller.
I want to ask you, when you took
this one was already too small. This one's even smaller.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't want to ask you, when you took your Deadpool the box, did your torso crack?
What?
Because my copy did. My torso cracked on my copy. I had to fix it. Yeah, I had to fix it. Mine did. And I had to fix it back. Glue and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my list.
Save for Life, going by our picks, what would you rank as your list?
I got a few. Number 10 is going to be The Last Stand. I think he looks kind of all right, but the lack of articulation really makes him not great. Number 9 is the Legacy Deadpool, largely because I can't get that knife out of his. It's stuck in there.
Did you heat it?
You got to pull it real hard.
You got to
Yeah.
heat it. Did you put it down in there or what? So you put it down in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I put it down in there, and it went in just fine, but then it's been in there for a while.
I had the same issue. Try heated water. That usually helps.
Okay. Number 8, I don't have it. The Tombstone from the Spider-Man wave. I liked him in the Spider-Man series, and then the figure came out, and I did not pick him up because.
I hate that it
just
give him a neck articulation.
Yes. Number 7 is the Lilandra Normani Wolverine. That weird. I don't know. I got no.
Wolverine.
Yeah, I guess I got no connection to him. I just think he's ugly. So the other Wolverine, the Weapon of Vengeance, that's gonna be a number 7. Number 6.
He never looks like that in the comics.
Number 6 is the Wolverine from the Wolverine Psylocke pack. So I got 3 Wolverines in a row. Number 5 is this Jean Grey. Number 6 was the I don't know. I don't have a full list, but number 1 is definitely going to this guy because it's the only Iron Man I got, and he is just awful.
So, I mean, you can't
The
even.
ankles
I
don't
made
go up.
I made the mistake of buying it. Oh, sure. Your ankles don't go up. Yeah, and one of the most iconic things about Iron Man is his ability to fly, and
So,
he can't do that.
so Save for Life was Iron Man. Mine was Venom. What was everybody else's number 1 picks?
Spider-Man.
This became my number 1 just by opening up the damn thing.
Okay.
So this thing's a piece of junk.
So pretty much almost all of our number 1s were on our list of figures. So
I got to cut out, guys. I got the other podcast. I'm starting to get shit
I think
for being late.
we got everything else done, don't we?
Nope.
Oh.
Premature toyation.
No. Just tonight was talking about the toy list and everything tonight. I thought.
Matt's got to head out, and we're going to do a geek check tomorrow night, or
Yep, I already got it scheduled. I'll send you guys the link.
Cool.
Is there a subject?
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about a few things. First of all, we're going to talk about Skeleton Crew. We're going to be talking about Creature Commandos and a few other things. So if you haven't watched those two, watch those 2 things. There's 2 episodes of each out.
I've already watched Creature Commandos. I haven't watched the Skeleton Crew yet.
Yeah, so watch there's first 2 episodes of both shows are out.
All right. We'll do it.
Well, we'll see you on the geek check that tomorrow night. We'll finish out a few other things. You have a good night,
All
sir.
Later, guys.
Later.
Later. Okay, now the real party can start.
We had a lot of Transformer reveals.
Oh no, Transformers. Oh.
Yeah. We're getting the Fallen, Megatronus, Aerial Bots. One I'm looking forward to is Star Convoy, some G2 Grimlock repaints, and a lot of cool stuff. The Aerial Bots look really good. This is Silverbolt. He's going to be like a commander class. He'll come with all the combiner parts, which looks like the jet mode actually combines with the combiner parts to make a super jet. So with where he comes with all the combiner parts, you basically have Superion pretty well all built. When you get when you get the other jets, they just plug in like a slingshot on the arm. So you'll get they become accessories for the Gestalt. And really cool looking, looks great, looks better than the they had like the Minor Wars a few years back, which was a great figure after you got like the upgraded sets from like Perfect Effects and stuff. They became really cool figures, but these are a lot more G1 accurate robot modes. They look really good. And looky, we got windows back on our boxes on the Transformers finally.
Oh, Hasbro learning their lesson.
So no, you can't have people like greedy fingers or stealing the heads off the figures. Where this is a Waspinator from the Transformers Animate line. This is from an IDW character. What's her name? Solus. No, this is the Age of Primes. Solus Prime. He looks like a character from IDW. So the Age of Primes is going to have like the 13 Primes. Megatronus is one of the 13, and we got Solus Prime. And we get a G2. This is the G2 color Grimlock people wanted. Last year before was the Walmart had an exclusive line of G2 Transformers, but they were in their unreleased G2 colors, like the colors that were even too garish for G2, which neat for what it was, but I didn't care about that. I wanted the actual G2 color schemes that they had, like G2 Grimlock. He's in blue. I want this. I'm going to get this because, plus, you can actually use this if you got the original one. The neck is transparent, and the pitch piece is smoke colored, where we can see through it. You could actually take those parts off, put it on your regular G1 Grimlock, and actually have more accurate G1 Grimlock for toy wise. But I like the blue color scheme. I still hate the fact it comes with Willie. Get rid of Willie and give him a sword, which Willie was never even in G2, so give him a sword. He's got his gun and no sword. He gets a figurine of Willie that has no articulation. Well, it's got ball jointed elbows and hips and pre-posed arms and legs. That's it. But I like the blue. The G2 Grimlock came in 3 colors. It came in like the traditional G1 colors. It came in blue and it came in turquoise. They did the weird like yellow tiger stripe thing that didn't get released as a Walmart exclusive last year. A buddy of mine found it on clearance and called me up, said, "Hey, they got this on clearance. You want this?" Nah. It's too weird looking. But I like this. It's mainly I got a nostalgia for like it's the Megatronus looks really good. I want this. The Fallen. Age of Primes, Megatronus, The Fallen. This first showed up like in Dreamwave Comics back in the day. And the other thing, this is what's got me excited. This is a Titan class Star Convoy. Now, without a doubt, the Mastermind Creations third-party Star Convoy looks fantastic. It's great. It's around about the size of the original Star Convoy figure. This is going to be really big. This is going to be a good size figure. It even comes with a little mini hot rod like the original figure, a bunch of blast effects. I like it. It's got that more of a like nostalgia feel. Like it feels like a redo of the G1 figure, just a lot more articulation, better design. Star Convoy is one of those things when I first got on the internet way back when the internet became a thing. I got to find out all these Transformers that were released in Japan that never got released over here. And Star Convoy became one of those things where it was like a holy grail type figure to get. And in the early 2000s, they reissued the original one, but they changed everything that was like a white on that one, turned it silver, so you can differentiate into two. So if you can't pass off that one as the original. Plus, I like the silver feather on it, and I got that one, but it's got a little nostalgia for me, like where it's the Grail type figure. So, plus I collect Optimus Primes. This is just a must get. This is an Armada redo, like new character, like they're getting tying in more like the Transformers from different series from instead of just G1. Because, like I said, people like me are getting old. We're going to be phasing out of this stuff. They're wanting to get the people that were kids in the early 2000s. They're now adults with collector money. This works for that. There's a Red Alert from the Armada series. Another one of the Primes, 13 Primes. Which one is this one? This is Prima Prime. He's got the Matrix sword, which interesting design. I don't have a lot of interest in like all these extra primes, but I may end up getting them just because they have the 13 primes. We get a Sonic the Hedgehog crossover. No interest.
Of all the things that didn't need to be a Transformer.
Yeah. And you get the Tails as a biplane.
At least Tails was kind of mechanically inclined, so it at least kind of makes sense.
Yeah. But they got crossover for everything. They got a little action figure. It looks like a new Kids action figure line, which I'm not really interested in that. Let's see. That basically sums up for what we got here. Yeah, it's a little new Kids, like mix and match line.
So I posted a link to an eBay listing on the group chat. Do you know anything about that? It's a.
Oh,
I was kind of jumping in on the deep end, but that's the size I'm looking for if I get a.
But you want to go right here. TF Source. They got that for $369.
Oh.
And that's free shipping too.
Okay.
What about let's see. Shozy Store. They got some great deals on their Cyber Money on TF Source. It's hard. I was sitting there like, man, it's very tempting. They got stuff that's like normally $100 for $15 right now on TF Source.
Wow. Yeah.
They're currently sold out on Store Z, so it's $379. It's even cheaper if you get it from TF Source right now. What about Mom Must Be? They got stuck. It's $275, but you got to pay shipping, and your shipping is.
I mean, that's imported, so.
Yeah. Well, you can get large parcel by boat for free, but it's probably going to
take 6 months.
It's going to at least 2 months to get it there or better. Or 141 for priority air. That's the next cheapest thing. Well, the next thing up, you best off just get from this thing is huge. This is a true 112 scale Optimus Prime. It's based off the LP10 mold, but it's got the better proportion legs. This has actually got the longer proportion legs based off the MPP10 mold. And this thing is almost 2 feet tall. How big is this thing? 28 inches tall, over 2 feet tall.
Yeah, because I want it to look about right size for Marvel Legends and all that stuff. A little bit small, but. Do you know if there's a Megatron that goes that same size?
They don't have a Megatron this size. That's why I'm rocking the Toy Alliance figures. They're not this big. They're only like 18 inches tall. So this is 10 inches taller than those, but they work. The size for G1 Prime and Megatron can vary from media to media.
Okay.
But yeah, this thing is. If you want just a 1/12 scale Optimus Prime, this is the thing to go with. This thing is just massive, and I always like the design of LP10. It's a great piece, and all the electronics, lights, die-cast. This thing is 28 inches tall. This is huge.
It'll have to get its own shelf if I pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, it's
For sure.
Also, you can see that top shelf. That's the right there.
Yep.
That's the Toy Alliance figures. Those things are huge, and this thing, the Luon, it will dwarf them.
It's almost 10 inches taller than the.
It's 10 inches taller than those. Oh, probably over 10 inches taller than those. Yeah, I think those are 18, 19 inches tall.
Okay. Can you post that link to that one in the group chat so I can look at it later?
Yeah.
To whatever it was is a
Yep.
lot more doable than $475.
Yeah,
$447.
it goes off sale Monday. This sale goes on until the 8th. So you got a couple days to make your mind up on that one.
Is that the one that's import?
Now this is in the U.S. So it's free shipping for $369, $369.99. Just say $370. You'll pay sales tax, whatever, but free shipping.
Okay.
The TS Source is a great place to deal with too. If you have any problems, they're great to deal with. I bought a lot of stuff off of them over the years. And with collecting Masterpiece, that Cyber Monday sale, I was like, they got these. No, let's just go ahead. Well, I'm not on the. Why is it not sharing the right screen? They can go. Okay. Yeah, I was sitting there staring at this Swarm 3-pack. Normally $400, and they got the 3-pack on sale for $170. Masterpiece scale sweeps. It's very tempting. Here is that Luon there. I thought I had it on screen. I wasn't paying attention. This is $370. And just an absolute monster of a figure. Beautiful detail, the cab lights, everything detailing out.
Yeah. I much prefer the cab over style look for them over like the movies.
Oh yeah. Optimus Prime needs to be a cab over. Without no matter what media it is, to me, it's just not Prime without being a cab over.
The absolute worst look for Prime is a Western Star.
Yeah.
Like he was in that. Ugh. No.
They got these X-Transbots figures, normally $120. They're $35 right now. It's just crazy good sales on these things. Transistor for $80. We get X-Transbots, Protectobots for $40. There we got the drag strip for $20. That's crazy. It's so cheap. Oh, here, $80 normally, $15. And these are really good figures too. This is the X-Transbots version of Hubcap. I got this. This is a great piece. I didn't pay $15 for it, fucker. If you like Junkions, they got their Junkions on sale, $40 pop. For KFC Junkions, which I think they're about out of Junkions. People have been troop building those things like crazy. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta cut out. Wife is needing me. I gotta help put these kids to sleep.
All right.
I'll catch you up. All right. See you.
Hi, Jimmy.
See you, Jimmy. This is tempting. I only have Optimus Primal, like the Masterpiece, the Beast Wars. Rhinox was one of my favorite characters, and he's on sale for $170 right now. And this is a massive figure too. Too many things dropped all at once. Too tempting. Robo had the video on the Naughty or Nice stuff, which I say a lot of people's watched. Those are Big Bad Toy Store exclusives. The only thing stinks, the Santa head pack that he showed on his video, it's already sold out. You get a Minotaur Santa? Not a Minotaur, a Centaur Santa.
Yep.
Which is kind of weird. Santa.
Imagine being the half child, the child of a centaur and a mermaid, but you get the human half of both. And you're just a normal guy just walking around.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't get any of the Naughty or Nice stuff, but they look cool though. They're fresh monkey fiction figures, so they're well made. And that's pretty well all I got. I know there's more stuff coming out. And DNA Designs did announce they're changing up their Vector Prime setup. A lot of people complaining they didn't have shin guards for the kit. People were wanting a translucent sword too, so they gave us the translucent sword and shin covers to make it look less like a Jaxus, which looks great. I like it. I mean, I already got the set on pre-order. Makes it looks so much better. We get a little bit more of a size of the Star Convoy, where we got pictures. Where are you at? There's the combiner. This is Superion combined, and the Star Convoy is quite a bit bigger than it. It's not as big as Omega Supreme or the Fortress Maximus, but it's still big. But it's not as expensive as Fortress Maximus or Omega. Well, I guess it is about the same price as Omega. This should be getting close to getting released. I backed this. I'm looking forward to getting it. I still can't get over people whining about Hasbro. It's like, $250 is too expensive for Transformers. Have you seen what Transformers sell for, buddy? But looks great. I always liked the design for Fire Convoy. In Japan, Optimus, instead of being Prime, they were called Convoys. So it's like Fire Convoy. Optimus Prime was called Convoy. And looking forward to the Japanese Lyle Convoy. It's got the better head sculpt. All around, it's a good figure, the American release, but I hate the lion head sculpt. It looks like the lion from the hippies from Futurama taught to eat tofu. But yeah, These, yeah. Just disappointing these right here. So this is pretty good. This is like a smaller scale. They would change. They're dropping the masterpiece scale to a smaller size from Takara. So this is the last masterpiece figure ever going to be made for Takara Tomy. There are two different scales. So this cab is a smaller. So this does not plug into here. So I'm hoping some fourth party company that like they do sometimes, they get this and scale this to true like original masterpiece scale. I would be more interested in it then. It looks good. I don't like the fact they've made it smaller. There's a good side by side. So you get the Combiner versus Star Convoy. Star Convoy was huge in the media too. He was bigger than Combiners. But this is actually a good size. A lot of cool stuff coming with Transformers. I'm looking forward to it. But I think that should be all. Got to do some homework now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creature Commandos.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it yet. I'm still behind on Superman and Lois too. That's probably what I'll do when I get off here.
Got the U.S. Lio convoy. They call it Leo Prime. He's on like $20. He's been on sale for a lot of places. But I like the design of the Japanese one better. That's he will always be Lio Convoy to me because that's where he originally came out with. I won't call him the Leo Prime. Anyway, thank you again, Seth, for coming out, hang out with us tonight.
Yep.
And everybody in the chat, thank you as well. It's always a pleasure getting to talk about toys and hanging out with everybody. And we'll have on Matt's channel, Geek Fusion, we'll be talking about the Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos.
All right.
See you all then. Have a good evening.
Night, y'all.
Ninja vanish.